Okay, I got maggots in my car. I was just talking about this in a video. Jinian has never had maggots in her house, like in a trash can or anything. I got maggots in my car right now. I got sushi when I was in Brooklyn, and I took it with me, and then I ate some of it, and I left some of it, and I forgot about it until I was getting in the car to take Ike to the vet, and I smelled like death, you know? I smelled putrefying meat, noticed some flies, and it's the sushi that I left there that I forgot to throw away, Jinian. So I've had maggots in my car now. I think this is the first time I've ever had maggots in my car. What are you gonna do? You know, it's summer, you know, it can happen, you know? It's like if you see a dog take a dump, within 2 seconds there's a fly on that dump. I don't know where they come from. Well, I know that they're in my car now, that I got maggots, so I have flies, so I'm going to a trash can right now to get rid of it. I don't like them. I don't. Maggots bother me, you know. I understand maggots are one of God's creatures, but so are bats, and I don't like them either. So I gotta get rid of this bag. I feel like I'm gonna vomit. It's gross. I keep getting a whiff of it. It's pretty rank. I wasn't making this up about the maggots. I wasn't. I forgot about it, you know? See? Oh my God. I was gonna go get sushi today before we went back to Beaver Dams, but that sort of, ruined me on sushi. Not good. Not good at all. It's Big Ike. What's up, Big Ike? I'm starving, so I'm not gonna eat sushi. The maggots were just too much, so I'm gonna go in Pudgies. Have I ever eaten at Pudgies? No, I have not. And Pudgies could be horrible, but we'll see. I'm not expecting a lot from a place called Pudgies, but it says it has pasta, so how could they fuck that up, right? I believe that this place used to be a restaurant called Savard's or something like that. It was horrible. I'd eaten there. It had like waffles and fried chicken and that kind of shit. Real, tater tot casserole. Oh wait, that doesn't sound bad, but the food was not good. I got spaghetti with meatballs at Pudgies. This is Pudgies. How could it be bad? I mean, come on, man. It's a meatball with some ragu, some pasta. Just use the pizza sauce. I don't give a shit. I just want to eat. It's a nice looking building. Some of these old buildings, where people redo them. I'll show you what I mean. See that old garage? Nice, they put new windows in it. Oh, that was a garage or a barn. Somebody's living in it. I sort of like it. I don't know why I like it, I just do. No, I'm in here and Ike is outside, but it's not hot right now, so it's overcast. All the windows are rolled down, he's fine. I'm gonna eat my food, and as soon as it comes out, I will eat it in about 3 minutes. I don't like to waste time. I got shit to do. I just want to eat and get the fuck out of here. They asked me if I wanted it to go or here, and I'm like, well, it'll take me 3 minutes to eat it. So I got it for here. Another three minutes isn't going to make any difference, and Ike is fine. Ike, we're keeping on the thyroid medication. I'm sure everybody's been waiting for that with bated breath. you know, he can hear again. You know, that's what, you know, his skin looks okay. It's an old dog. It doesn't fucking matter. It's Ike, you know. This Pure Leaf tea, I drink a lot of this. I'll drink 2 of the big ones a day. That's something that my father would do. He wouldn't buy tea, he would make tea. He'd use like, you know, like the glass milk bottles, and he'd go through, you know, 1 or 2 of those a day. He drank a lot, meaning he was an alcoholic, but he stopped drinking, and then it's sort of like me too. I got that thing too. Like I consume a lot of liquid. I don't know what it is. I don't know if that's related to being an alcoholic. I don't miss that shit though, I'll tell you. I really don't. I can't imagine a situation where I would want to drink. Like, what would that be? The doctor tells me I have a month to live. All right, I'll go get a 6-pack, try it out again. You know, I don't think I'd look at it any different. I didn't drink because I like the taste. I drank because I like the buzz. That's why I drank. Like, you know, if I wanted to taste something good and you give me a choice of like orange juice or a screwdriver, I would want the orange juice. You put vodka in and it just screws it up. It does. It's nasty. It's not good. I never understood people that would say that they like the taste. My mom was not a drinker. She'd have like a scotch, you know, maybe 2, maybe, but usually just 1. I never understood that. Like, why are you just gonna have 1? You know, if you're gonna drink, get wasted. Not Sue. She would just have a scotch, which is nasty tasting anyway. You know, I never understood scotch. Why would you want to drink scotch? Who invented that crap? It's garbage. This is has an incredible ambiance in here. I will say that. You know, it's pretty sweet. You know, I'll tell you something. The name, that's a score. That was a good choice on picking the name, Pudgies. But I mean, the look of this place is awesome. It sort of reminds me of like a Chuck E. Cheese or like a bowling alley. I only worked fast food one time. Oh, wait a minute. I guess Pizza Hut counts, right? I was a delivery driver at Pizza Hut, but like restaurants, I worked at this fast food, like Chinese food place in Clayton, Missouri. Hated it. I worked one day and quit. It was pretty bad, you know. They had a Kung Pao chicken that was pretty good, but it was sort of set up like this, and then it was like, how do you describe it? Like, no ambiance? Yeah, it was like that. They had no ambiance. I think I just worked one time, and I quit. I did that a couple times. I did, this was when I was 16. I worked at a Holiday Inn, working the breakfast shift as a waiter. It was miserable. I went in there hungover. I was just like, I hated it. I quit that day. I made it through the shift and I said, this isn't for me. I quit. And they tried to talk me into staying. And I was like, no. Oh, I think my delicious food is coming out. Seriously. It's pasta. It can't be bad. Look, not bad. How can it be bad? Yeah, I'll definitely eat it. And what I don't eat, I'll take with me. Alright? Alright, how was Pudgies? It was okay. I don't know. It was pasta. There was plenty. I'm taking most of it home. I won't leave it in the car. I don't want maggots in here again. You know? But I mean, it was okay. It was quick. I'll eat there again, sure. We'll give it my highest rating of I'll eat there again. It was more than tolerable. It was okay. It was okay. thumbs up on Pudgies. Thumbs up on the name. They need a like a mascot or a cartoon, I would think, you know, like maybe a hippo or a baby elephant or something, you know, something, a pig, you know, a pig with a little hat on, like a chef's hat. That's what they need. That's the only thing that they need. Pudgies was clean, you know. The waitress was getting hit on by some guy she goes to high school with. I think they're gonna hook up later. It looked pretty apparent that, you know, that was gonna happen. You know, it was all right. It was tolerable. One thing about Pudgies that I noticed when I was walking in is they have a sign on the door that franchises are available, and I have seen Pudgies, other Pudgies, like it might be something that's like just common in this area of New York. I don't know. Maybe they're in Georgia or Alabama, South Dakota. I don't know. But if I was going to get a franchise, I don't know if I would get Pudgies. You know, maybe. You know, it depends on the cost. I don't really have any desire to have a restaurant anyway. It seems like if you were going to do a franchise, you would do a McDonald's or like a Wendy's or something that is always successful. And that's what I'm going to say about Pudgies. There was a Pudgies in Watkins Glen, and it didn't fly because it was, you know, they closed that 3 or 4 years back. So I never got a chance to eat at Pudgies, but now I have. Now I know what everybody's talking about. I didn't eat the cheese garlic bread yet, but I have it. You know, it's Pudgies, you know, it would, if I had my choice of eating Pudgies or McDonald's, come on, I'll eat Pudgies, I'll eat the pasta. Are you kidding me? I don't like that fucking hamburger bun that McDonald's uses. It's gross. It's disgusting. I tell you, whenever I see some guy was walking down the highway and he had his baseball cap on backwards, you know, I don't know, what's that about? You know, is he a catcher? Is he on a baseball team? He's a catcher. He looked more like a mechanic. Some girls look cute like that, having it on backwards. Generally speaking, though, I like a baseball cap on a broad. Jenyon wears those all the time, you know, but she doesn't wear it on backwards. You know, she made it very clear that she doesn't wear the oversized baseball cap, you know, the clownish looking one. I'd never wear one of those, you know, with the brim kind of up. Those are sort of out of style now. Those were sort of like in style with the sagging and bagging pants, you know. We're out of style. They're not as popular as they were. I don't want to wear a baseball cap. I would if I was hunting, though. I don't want the ducks to see the whites of my eyes. It's no shit. That's why you wear a hat. It's camouflage. You gotta break up the silhouette of the human shape. Don't let them see the whites of your eyes. Jenyon's got a whole baseball hat collection, I believe. I was pulling up to my compound in Beaver Dams, and I realized that I don't have any tea. You know, what am I gonna drink? Water? Are you fucking kidding me? That shit tastes like crap. Water? No thanks. Not unless I have to. I like tea. Tea's like flavored water. It's good for you. It is. No sugar. I don't put sugar in tea. I've never understood that. I've never liked that. Sweet tea? Get the fuck out of here. You drink sweet tea? Man. That's back in Brooklyn, the Key Food across the way from me. All they have is sweetened drinks, and I had to complain. you know. I think it's the area, you know. I do. I think that has a lot to do with it. The food is more expensive in my area because it's poor people. That's what they do. It's horrible. I had a friend who worked for this mafia guy. He had a restaurant. I'm not going to say his name. But my friend was the head chef, but the mafia dude also owned some grocery stores, and I'm not going to say which ones they are in the New York area because it'll be figured out who I'm talking about. But, so this is what he said. Now, this is almost verbatim of what my friend told me he said. It's hearsay, but this is what he said. He said he was talking to him, and the guy owns like several grocery stores in the New York area, and he was talking in particular about the ones that he has that are in the poorer areas. And he told my friend this. He said, those people don't know anything about pricing. And what he meant by those people, he was making a racial statement. He's racist, you know, he's a racist dude. My friend, I remember working for him, he was just like, he was always like appalled at the shit the guy would say. Well-known guy in the New York area that's connected, you know. My friend would say that it's a nice restaurant. I ate there, and he said that like relatives would come in every now and then, and it was like, you know, he'd be the chef, you know, my friend would come out and talk and stuff like that. And it'd be like, yeah, this is Jimmy. Jimmy's my uncle. He's going away for a while, you know. Like a well-known family that has had people in jail for, you know, doing shit. You know, it's like Goodfellas or something. And it really is no shit. That does exist. And, you know, there's a certain, you know, you could say, well, grocery stores aren't really known to be mob related, you know, but this family had money in a lot of shit. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that waste management was in the past was like hugely mob related in the New York City area. That's one of the things that I know his family was into. So, you know, we'll pick up your trash, but we want a piece of the action from your store too, shit like that. We're charging you more and there's nothing you can do about it. You want to talk to the big boss? He's not gonna like it. We raise prices, you know. Then if you didn't do it, if you didn't go with the prices, you know, you firebomb your place or something. You know, people want to rip people off. It's terrible, you know. Life is difficult enough, and then there's assholes that are always trying to make your life harder, and that's what really stinks. How often do I see a hot-looking broad and dandy? Well, it's been a while. About as often as I've seen like a black person in dandy. It's pretty white area. You know, that's just how it is. Not a lot of diversity. That is one thing that this area is missing. I see people of color more now than I used to. You know, when I first bought this house, it was like I never saw anybody of any color, like no one. Now you'll see, you know, Walmart, you'll see all kinds of people. It's nice. Want to get back, work with Luna, see what's happening in the Manafort trial, which I believe the prosecution has rested as far as like with Rick Gates. I think we're going to see a lot of stuff coming up real soon. Some indictments passed down, possibly Johnny Jr. I could see that. Roger Stone, sure, more than likely. Jared. I would find it hard to believe that Jared would not be indicted. He was at those meetings. I don't know, Jared's a lawyer, maybe he was smart enough not to. You would get emails though, he would get emails from people, you know? Maybe Jared, because he's a lawyer, I think he went to Yale or Harvard, something like that, so Jared's not dumb. He quite possibly may have kept himself clean. Maybe not. If he's in a room and they're all talking about it, and a couple people flip, and yeah, he was there, he said this, he's in shit, you know. I don't know. I just know that this shit is really looking like it's gonna hit the fan. Trump's freaking. You know, for good reason. I'm so sick of Trump. Boy, we really don't have a problem with North Korea now, do we? You know, I'm just so sick of the lies. God, there were people like right after the North Korean thing that you know, look at what a great job he did in North Korea. And I'm like, what did he do? He did nothing. And now we're finding out he did nothing. You know? People are just, it's just boggles my mind. They're just like there's this cult of like Trump people. They just don't listen to anybody else but Trump, and Trump just lies. What's the statistic in Obama's 2 terms as president? He said 118 checkable falsehoods, things that were not correct. And what's the statistic now with Trump? Is now he makes 16 a day. It's just, you know, he's in the thousands, you know, of just like, he just, some of the shit he says is just outrageously, how anybody could believe it. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. He clearly, it looks like he's not in touch with reality because he's just making shit up. He doesn't care. He just cannot fathom that he should be telling the truth as much as possible. But with Trump, it's how many lies can I get out a day? I understand he's worried, and that's why he's doing it, but I mean, I don't know. I'd feel safer if it was Richard Nixon that was our president. At least he had some, you know, he's grounded. Trump doesn't even seem like he's grounded in reality. It's just, why you all like him, you people that like him, I'm not really quite sure, because he just lies constantly. It's irritating, and it's like not good for our country that we have a liar. And the whole world hates us except for Russia. Trump polls pretty good in Russia, I think. No place else. Canada, hated. Great Britain, hated. You name it. France, hated.